Aquarius, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your May 2021 love read. So again, this is for May 2021 in love for Aquarius. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Aquarius. Also, please make sure you check your other signs. Some months those may resonate with you more than others, or add a little more to your story, give you a little more clarity in what you're looking for. Any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. Also, if this resonates with you, feel free to stick around for the extended read. So again, private read info and extended read info is in the description below. If you subscribe to the channel and you're not getting notifications, YouTube is stating that you'll need to turn your notifications on and turn them back off, and make sure you're subscribed to get all notifications. As of right now, that's what they're saying while they look into what is going on. So again, I appreciate all of you who let me know that the notifications weren't working, and the people who have supported my channel this entire way through. It means a ton. So let's see one more card, Aquarius. What is going on? And we'll pull your Oracle card and get started here. All right, so what is Aquarius's Oracle card for May 2021? Compass, so direction. So this month, if you've been waiting for or looking for some sort of direction, knowledge, understanding as to which way you're going, whether you're going forward, you know, whether you're revisiting the past, whatever it is for you, the Compass card talks about receiving some sort of message or understanding. You'll be able to orient where you're going, a direction. Now, oftentimes this comes from, you know, a higher power, the universe. So again, this is kind of an instinctual, if you will, or some sort of sign or message coming in saying, you know, okay, this is a good energy to go towards, or maybe not a good energy. You know, should I move on completely? Should I not move on? You get my point. A lot of different things. We'll see what the cards have to say. All right, your first card coming into the read is your current position. And you have the Sun card. So again, very similar to the Compass card, the Sun card is solutions. So this talks about, Aquarius, you're coming to some sort of understanding, or you're coming to some sort of decision. Either you know that, you know, somebody you're dealing with in the past is no longer for you. That person is no longer going to be somebody that you're with or reconciling with again, or it could be somebody new coming in. The thing about the Sun, though, is its gray skies have lifted. So regardless of who you're talking to, what type of love life you have now, it's going to progress and get better and better and better, because the Sun card, as I said, is solutions, finding happiness, seeing things clearly. You know, if somebody was kind of pulling the wool over your eyes, you weren't getting the answers you needed, it's like you can see everything clear in front of you. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is rest, recuperation, relaxation, just kind of taking a chill pill. So in essence, the only thing you're worried about, yes, you want to know where you're going, but in which direction you're headed. Again, is it past? Is it present? Is it future? But the Four of Swords says you're taking it easy in doing so. There's no rush. The Four of Swords also talks about not wanting any drama and wanting to keep things very stable and wanting to keep things in a low-key manner. You've been through a lot. You've dealt with a lot. You know, something that's going to keep your blood pressure at bay. You know, and I say that, but it's true, right? Whenever we're dealing with certain situations, you know, you get that feeling of like your blood pressure is boiling, and, you know, you get the shaky, and you're just kind of like zen. Like, I need to keep myself stable. I don't want to go through the bullshit I did before. You know, it's a mental, physical, you know, spiritual well-being. And that's kind of where you want to keep yourself right now. The next card you have is your distant past, or the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a legacy. This is, you know, could be that you were married before, still married, not sure if you're divorcing, maybe you are divorced. But again, sorry, Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, again, is a balance. It's some sort of priority, some sort of change or shift. So the Two of Pentacles talks about, you know, look, there's the dog, there's the kid. Who needs my attention first? What situation needs my attention first? So going along with this direction card, talking about where are you putting your efforts? The past, the present, somebody who maybe, again, you were married to, or a relationship you had before that's wanting your attention again, or somebody new coming in that wants your attention, or you just want your peace and quiet and don't want to have to deal with anybody, period. So the Two of Pentacles is, how do I balance myself? How do I keep myself in this Four of Swords, recuperation, relaxation mode, knowing that there's some sort of direction you're being pulled in, and maybe several different directions. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past 2 weeks, past month or two, you have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is wasting time or feeling taken for granted. It's a sense of apathy. So the Four of Cups talks about possibly somebody coming into your life again, maybe communicating a little bit. I do feel as though you're holding them at bay. You might be communicating back, or you may have chosen not to. But the Four of Cups talks about somebody coming in, they're offering something, or they're suggesting something, or they want a second chance, or they want to even just see how you're doing, and you're not sure that you want to welcome them back into your life. It's almost as if you have found purpose, or you've found a direction that you want to go in, and now you're kind of like, wait a minute, and you feel like you put a lot of time and energy into this person. So it feels as though this is somebody who said, hey, Aquarius, I want to get married, or I want to be together, or I want to move in together, or have kids together, or adopt fur babies, whatever it is. And you counted on that, or you thought that was the direction you guys were going, and it didn't happen. And now they're coming back in, and you're kind of going, wait a minute, I put a lot of time and energy into this. I just don't know that I have the strength or even the want to do that again. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Ace of Swords, very similar to like the Sun, okay? Because the Sun card talks about, like I said, seeing things very clearly. The Ace of Swords, same thing. This is clarity, this is logic, this is power. So this is saying, look, Aquarius, the power's in your hands. If you want to acknowledge the past, and you want to communicate with the past, and you want to see if that's possibly somewhere you want to revisit, then you will. And if you don't, you won't. But you can see things clearly. And when I say that, it's very important in this situation. For some reason, they're telling me, because the Ace of Swords, it's almost as if somebody, I think I said before, like the wool over your eyes, and now the clouds are lifted. Somebody made you believe or think so. Not that people can make us believe, because a lot of times we say, oh, that person made me feel this way, or this person. Yes, they can influence that, but ultimately we make the decision on, how we're going to react to a situation. The Ace of Swords talks about, you can see things very clearly. So somebody was BSing you, or, it goes back to, as I talked about, we wanted the kids or the family, or we had plans, we had priorities, and that didn't happen. And it's almost as if you see signs or see things that you missed along the way, and now you see them clearly, which is why you're going, I don't know, you offer me this giant glass, and there's these 3 other glasses, but this glass is really full, and it may look full, but at the same time, maybe it looks full, but it's really empty. And you're seeing things now that maybe you didn't recognize before. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of May, and you have the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is cutting off an energy. The Ten of Swords is cutting something off. It's an ending of some sort. So you may be tempted to tell this person from the past, unfortunately, there's no room for them in your life. They bring in drama, or they bring something to the table that you're not interested in replaying. Whatever it is you're cutting out, you've thought long and hard, and you've seen what you need to see to make that decision. So the Ten of Swords says a situation will be cut out of your life. Now, this could be a family situation or a work situation as well, because there's something that says that this person is still hanging around. So this may be an attempt to cut them off, or this may be, an attempt to, I want nothing to do with you. It does feel as though they're still sticking around, though. As I said, the Ten of Swords, though, is that kind of that tragic ending, but you were already there. You already prepared for it. You've already been through it. It's kind of like that song I talk about sometimes. It pops in my mind where, he says in the song, like, every time we break up, it gets easier and easier. And that's kind of how this is. Like, okay, well, we broke up, and so it's not so much of a tragedy anymore. It's just, should I cut that energy off? Aquarius, maybe some of you are asking yourself, should this be, the finale, the final ending of, our all communication for good? The next card you have is Judgment. This has been coming up a lot this month, a lot. Because and actually it's been coming up in this position. So this is anything tangible that's going to happen. So this is the universe's way of saying the Judgment card basically comes down to forgiving others and forgiving yourself. And yes, if you're cross-watching or if you've seen your other signs, you're going to hear me say it again. With the Judgment card, the other piece to it is forgiving yourself. And people always say, why would I forgive myself? Why do I need to forgive myself? They screwed me over. This happened. But as I always say, we become our own worst, like, you know, when I've had breakups or things have gone really bad or gone, you know, wrong and things have gotten nasty between myself and the other person, things get said by myself and by them. I'm not perfect in that. And so there are often times where I go, oh, I can't believe I said that, or, you know, I treated somebody like that, or I stooped to their level, or whatever the case may be. The Judgment card talks about freeing yourself. It talks about making peace with the situation. So either you're getting closure with the situation and you're deciding to cut it off with the Ten of Swords, and you're saying, look, you know, I'm sorry, but this isn't working for me, and it's not because of you. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I forgive the situation. It's just not divine timing for us, and I need to find peace or freedom with it. If there is a possibility of you guys, you know, trying this again or getting back together, this is what needs to happen for that to come to fruition. Because if the past is all that's on your mind or all that's on their mind, and there's still that finger pointing judgment, then it's not healthy and it's not going to go anywhere, because the lack of trust and lack of stability, you know, is going to catch up sooner than later. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. And you have the Six of Swords. So, I mean, a lot of cutting off energy here. You know, Aquarius, it looks like if you have somebody from the past, just don't think that you're going to move forward. I'm not sure that you're going to want this energy. I'm not sure that you're necessarily going after somebody else. You might be dating other people, but right now, with this Ten of Swords and ending, the Ace of Swords being like, oh, you know, kind of like I should have seen this, or I should have read the signs earlier, because the Six of Swords, now again, this is how you're feeling throughout the month. So you may be up and down, not sure what you want to do completely. That's why you're working on the solutions and looking at like the clearer picture. But the Six of Swords is leaving. It's abandoning. It's saying bye, see you later. The Six of Swords is going. It's leaving a situation behind, packing your bags and saying, nope, sorry, not going to happen. It's retreating. Now, it can also be vacation. So maybe mentally you're just going, I need a vacation. Look, sun and face masks. I need a vacation. So for some of you, it's travel and, you know, and again, traveling and vacation, but having the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords is cutting something out, leaving a situation behind, and like finding closure with it, finding peace with it. Because your hopes and fears, you have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is a third party situation. So for a lot of you, you just can't get past the fact that there was a third party involved, you know, whether it was them, whether it was you. You know, for majority of you, it's going to be them. Cross watchers, you're welcome to be here, but this is Aquarius's read, so please don't get nasty in the comments. The Three of Pentacles, though, as I said, is a third-party situation. This talks about involvement. Third party can be drugs. It can be alcohol. It can be, you know, porn. It can be addictions, vices, narcissism. It can be, you know, I love myself more than I love you. You know, somebody who always put themselves before you, which in some cases can be healthy. We always want to make sure we take care of ourselves and whatnot. But if their needs are always met and yours are always lacking, then that's not okay. But for a lot of you, this is going to be infidelity or another party type situation. And that's your biggest fear. And if you can't have trust, or you can't build a relationship off of, you know, trust with this person, then cutting them out may be your only option. The next card you have is the Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands is going kind of on your merry way. Which direction are you going and where are you going? But this is by yourself. The Two of Wands is, what do I want? What are my goals? What is it that I want out of life? Not what everybody else wants, not what my grandma wants, not what my mom wants, but what I want out of life. The Two of Wands is, again, self-planning, goals. What path are you taking? Where do you see yourself going? If this was the Three of Wands, it would say, well, there's, you know, there's a relationship forming here and we're doing this together. The Two of Wands is, I'm riding solo. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then maybe if I have time you know, in the future, you can come along. What's interesting here is crowning it is the Five of Cups. Sadness, loss, grief. So there's somebody who wants a second chance here. Yeah, and I just don't know that you have it in you. You're trying to make peace with the situation. You have the Judgment card twice now. You're trying to make peace with the situation. You know, you wish that you guys could possibly, you know, bring this around again, because you do care about this person and you guys do have a very strong connection. The issue, and this sadness and loss, yes, you're feeling it a little bit, but this feels more like the other person's going to be dealing with it. And it's because you have this hard time. You're going to forgive them and you want the closure, and you're going to, you know, forgive and try and forget what happened in the past, but it's so loud. It's like an explosion that you can't get over it. So right now, your only option is to cut it off. And they're feeling very sad. They're feeling very hurt about it, Aquarius. They're having a hard time. They don't want this to be the end. They don't want this to, you know, be the grand finale. And it seems like you're pretty set that there's not going to be a way as of now that you can trust them. Maybe in the future. Rest and renewal is your clarifier or your oracle card. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to see who you might meet, or if you do give this person a second chance in the extended read. But your clarifier or oracle card is rest and renewal. So along with the Four of Swords, that goes perfect. That just talks about taking care of you and making sure that you're getting the self-care and making decisions based, again, on what you want, not feeling forced into doing something. This person is very sad about it. They're going to have a hard time with it. But unfortunately, right now, it feels like that's the direction you're going. Okay, let's see what else is coming in the extended. I'll see you guys later.